It was 3 a.m. when the crash woke me up. I shot up in bed, heart pounding, thinking maybe it was raccoons or a storm. But then I heard it. Heavy boots pounding across the porch, metal clattering against the door. Someone was trying to break in. Open up. HOA enforcement. This property is under investigation, a voice barked. HOA enforcement? 3 in the morning? I glanced at my dad's room across the hall. He wasn't just my father, he was a retired Navy SEAL. The kind of man who didn't just lock his doors. He had motion sensors, reinforced frames, and escape routes mapped out. The door suddenly splintered inward. 4 men in mismatched tactical vests stormed in, faces covered, waving pistols and cheap radios. They looked like kids playing dress-up, but the weapons? Those were very real. One pointed at me. "Get down. You're violating HOA rules." Before I could even react, my dad's voice thundered from behind them. "You picked the wrong house." They spun around, too late. My dad moved like a shadow, rifle in hand, stance perfect. The first intruder dropped his gun, the second a red laser dot painted his chest. Another tried to raise his weapon, but my dad fired a warning shot so close the guy screamed and dove for cover. "You're not cops," Dad growled. "You're punks in dollar store vests." The fake HOA cops froze. You could feel the air shift the moment they realized they weren't in control anymore. I dialed 911 while Dad kept them at gunpoint. "This is an armed break-in," I whispered to dispatch. "Suspects impersonating law enforcement." The ringleader tried to bluster his way out. "We're authorized. The HOA president sent us." "Wrong again." Dad cut him off. "Real law enforcement doesn't kick down doors at 3 a.m. And I don't take orders from HOA Karens." When the squad cars finally arrived, the flashing red and blue lit up our whole street. Real deputies stormed in, weapons drawn, and the HOA cops hit the ground fast. Turns out they weren't just wannabes, they were hired muscle. Karen, the HOA president, had paid them to seize our home because we refused to take down a shed she didn't like. The sheriff was furious. "Ma'am, do you understand what you've done? Impersonating officers, armed home invasion, conspiracy, this is prison time." Karen shrieked that it was community enforcement and that she was just protecting property values. The deputies didn't buy it for a second. She was cuffed on the spot, screaming that she owned the neighborhood. As for the fake cops, they were charged with armed burglary, impersonating law enforcement, and unlawful use of firearms. After the chaos, my dad finally lowered his rifle, calm as ever. "You okay, son?" he asked, like he hadn't just single-handedly stopped an armed invasion. I nodded, still shaking. You didn't even hesitate." "That's the thing about cowards," he said quietly. "They talk tough, but they fold the second someone stands up to them." The HOA was dismantled within months. Neighbors voted it out after seeing how far Karen was willing to go. And me? I'll never forget that night. The night fake HOA cops broke in at 3 a.m., thinking they could bully us, only to find out my dad wasn't just any homeowner. He was a Navy SEAL, and he doesn't miss.